Raise your horns high and let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show.
Find your unique hats, gentlemen, right? Like this one, okay? Yeah. Now, we'll get to Steel Piston in just a second because we are going to talk some Piston. But before we get to Steel Piston,
the lineup change.
Let's just discuss this real quick because we had talked about this in private, and I was looking at this. This is the Vince set list that I think Eddie T and others were touting, and is so chock full of so many great songs and such a great set list for the show.
Right.
And I looked at this set list, and I'm going to be honest to all of our listeners here. I think you can notice this in previous episodes. Once again, we'll bring up the former co-host. Ruben was much more of a Sammy kind of guy and liked his stuff. I'm not a Sammy guy. I like Sammy and Van Halen on Forward Lawful Color of Knowledge and Balance are the two albums I really like. A little bit of 5150. I don't really care for OU812. And his solo material is hit and miss for me. There's some songs I like, and then there's some songs that I think are just overplayed, and I never need to hear him again. And that's not just for Sam, that's for Van Halen in general. So we're going to discuss this because I think that there's some options here that Sam could be doing that would make the set list a whole lot better. And there's some things on this set list that if we go track by track, you can just ask yourself, why the fuck are we even playing this? In my opinion. Now, you might have a different opinion. That's why I want to throw it out there. Just round table this idea. So let's just start from track one. He's giving you Soap on a Rope. Do you need to hear Soap on a Rope live?
No.
Like what? That's your opening number for the. As we discussed, why didn't you come out with Man on a Mission or I don't know, Pleasure Dome or something crazy, open the show with Humans Being.
In and Out should be in there. That's a nice fast pace. Judgment Day would be an awesome show opener in my opinion. So he's giving you Soap on a Rope, and then he's taking you into Mine All Mine. Another one I'm just not as like Which
not bad, but
OU812.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, it's okay. I just don't. It's not. I can think of so many other songs that again we would just discuss that would be better.
I agree. For the album OU812, because like I've told you earlier today, that's also the weakest of the Sammy albums in my opinion too. That's one of the passable tracks. It's not like necessarily a go-to, but if it's on, I can deal with it.
If he's using it to represent OU812, I'm cool with that. But he actually has OU812 songs later in the show that he's doing because he's doing the hits. Yeah,
Cabo Wabo. That's all. You're good with it. OU812 represented. Stick with that one. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay. So Pound Cake. Now I don't mind Pound Cake, but again, we just discussed out of the fuck songs. That's probably now I would probably take that. I don't know. It would be tough. But the point is, I'm giving you some, at least you're representing fuck here, but I could have picked a different song there too. Why are we doing this at all? Is this Mikey singing or what? Is this because he used to sing it with them? What?
It's because he sings it, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because he sings it, and during the fuck tour, he did a whole breakdown in the middle of it where he'd be like, yesterday, they went to a party, and I was in the hotel watching TV. That ain't no good, man. And I realized, what the fuck am I doing? It doesn't matter. See, I was worried about last night, when I should have been worried about last night tonight. And that's bullshit, man, because all that matters is right here, right now. And then they go in the pattern, and it makes no fucking sense. But to throw it in that song, I should have been in the song right now. But it's probably what they're doing again, is recreating that.
Either way, I don't need to hear Sammy sing rock songs.
No.
I just don't. Now, if he's going to give one to Mikey to sing, which is, I think, where Somebody Get Me a Doctor Later comes in the show, then I'm okay with Mikey singing one throwback tune or whatever, because they usually let Mikey sing a song. But don't need this either. So right off the bat, in my opinion, other than Mine All Mine, these other three, I would probably swap them out for other songs right off the bat. This is not working for me. One Way to Rock, okay. You know, Run Around, that's like the other one from Fuck that was the hit besides Pound Cake. And again, I wouldn't go with, I prefer Pound Cake over Run Around, but if you're going to, okay, whatever. Top of the World, I don't, again, do I, and When It's Love, do I need to hear these again? Could we, what about we talked about, I guess maybe he's doing it. You help me. Is he doing this based upon I need a couple of songs from each album and each period, or is he, or is
Well,
the my secret thing is he just doing these because this is what I can sing? I can't sing the other ones.
probably that, because if you look at it, like 5150 only has like 2 songs on there that I can see.
If you're going to give me a world, I think I'd want Best of Both Worlds, not Top
Yeah.
of the World.
I mean,
That's
I love
me.
Top of the World, but
Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I just, again, it's just, I can think of better songs. When It's Love, don't ever need to hear that again. Cabo Wabo, if you're going to do the, okay. I don't, I never liked Mas Tequila. I don't need to hear that again. And then why can't, how, as David Lee Roth said, everything about Sammy's in the love category. I don't need When It's Love. I don't need Why Can't This Be, these are, yes, they were hits and there's videos and I get it, but I just would not pay to see those songs. I don't like those songs. I don't play those songs now. I didn't play those songs then. When these songs came out, I thought, what is he doing to Van Halen? So to fill them up in the set list is weird. He gives you Right Now. That's already a whole nother kind of ballad type of song, in my opinion. Another
right.
mellow or.
Yeah,
So he's giving you a lot of that stuff going on there. Somebody get me Doctor. I guess that's for Mikey. I'm trying to understand. Okay. Do you need Surfing and Good Enough?
no.
I mean, again, can you think of other songs that you would substitute in there that would be,
Best of Both Worlds.
In and Out, Pleasure
And
Dome,
I
Judgment
would
Day?
I would take Summer Nights over one of those songs too.
I would too. And so then he's going to give you his stuff, heavy metal, 55, Eagles Fly.
Which Eagles
I can,
Fly, I get, because that's the secret collaboration with Eddie, because he played bass on that album.
But I don't mind these songs, but he's played them so much. I mean, again, would it have been the end of the world to put Humans Being in there? Would have been the end of the world to could you put some Rock Candy from Montrose in here for me or something maybe instead? I mean, I'm just throwing something out there. And then he ended with, isn't that the new one? Thank You, Good Night, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's his one that Eddie came
He
to
claims
him.
that Eddie.
Which you
Well,
got
Eddie might be flying.
hold on. Sammy claims that he got abducted by aliens too, and that's what Love Walks In is about, and that's Sammy.
And if I was going to do a ballad, I might take that over some of these other ones you played earlier.
Yeah, that is the better one of the fucking ballads. For
it is. It's not on here. So that's what I'm saying. I just didn't. This didn't move me to think this is oh man, he's coming in deep. No, he's playing all the fucking hits. Some of the ones that are just over fucking played, and I don't need to hear anymore.
Yeah, let me see something real quick, because I want to see now if maybe he's trying to create a set list from the past. But then, like, the solo stuff at the end doesn't make sense, because he would only like really throw in like One Way to Rock in the Van Halen set.
And if you're going to tell me that, Sam, that you can't sing some of that stuff, well, isn't that what Mikey's there for? To hit all the high stuff? Can't you just do the Don Dokken and swing in low and let Mikey go high?
Yeah.
I think Mikey and Sam should be able to pull off anything he's feeling he can't pull off. And if we're going to cut Don Dokken the type of slack that allows him to whisper through shows, then I think we can cut Sam some slack if he has to not hit the high notes and just go low or stay in the mid range or whatever's comfortable for him. So
okay, so gotcha. I think he is trying to somewhat half recreate a set list here. Let me read you the average set list from 91, which would have been the Fuck tour. So I have it right here. pulled up on my phone. I'll read it here in a second. I just want you to see I pulled it up. So Pound Cake, Judgment Day, Run Around, When It's Love, There's Only One Way to Rock, then a bass solo, a drum solo, AFU, parentheses, Naturally Wired, Panama, Why Can't This Be Love, Finish What You Started, Eagles Fly, then a guitar solo section. You Really Got Me, I Can't Drive 55, Best of Both Worlds, The Dream Is Over, and then the encore was Jumpin' Top of the World. So I think most of those songs are in here. I think maybe
And thank God he didn't play Jump, because them doing that's just ridiculous doing Jump. So I'm just saying I don't need him doing Panama. I don't need him doing Jump. Don't need him. I would already let
yeah.
if he started Thank You as the last song, I'm heading to the car.
Right, and that's probably why it is last.
So I mean, again, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, Sam, that I just think there could be better songs here, my man. There's just some stuff in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 8 songs in this set list that I particularly think I don't really want to hear, don't need to hear. You've already done before. You've done them a lot before. And 1 or 2 is a Roth song that we don't need. A couple are ones that just are not the best tracks off the albums that you're doing. So why not go to the tracks that are better? I'm just saying. And I don't see, is Balance on here at all? What's from Balance?
Nothing.
I don't think any of those are from Balance.
I don't believe they are.
Guess no one likes that album besides me.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's what Sam's doing. That Eddie Trunk is raving about.
Who is his current band?
Joe Satriani, Mikey, and Kenny Aronoff.
That's why they're opening with Soap on a Rope, because of the whole chicken foot thing.
That's what I was thinking too. But again, does that just because he's on guitar, do we really need to?
But yeah, you can.
Yeah. And Aronoff's on drums, so yeah, you basically got Chicken Foot plus Mikey. So
instead of who was it? Chad or the fucking
Bonham.
Chili? Yeah, was it?
Yeah, well, if in Sammy's solo band, it was originally Bonham on these tours, and then he left halfway through when his mom got sick or died or whatever, and then he hasn't come back. It's been Aronoff ever since. Which was something Ruben pointed out as being better when it was with Bonham, and I do think those shows sounded better.
Yeah. Who was but it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy with Chicken Foot, right? That was the only thing that made it different.
Chad Smith was in Chicken Foot, and then he left it, and they brought in Aronoff, I believe, and he was the last drummer of Chicken Foot too.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst. I'm just saying, man, you could there. Even if you just gave me 4 of the songs we talked about instead of 4 of these, that would totally make me feel better about going to see your show there, Sam. But with this set list, I don't really need to sit through that. Let me make sure I got everything else covered here. All of our photos, we discussed that and that and that. Okay, so at this point, we should bring up the fact that we're going to have to share something with you guys you've never heard before. Now,
right,
this next one, as you guys know, each week we've been talking about it. Dawn has been baking the tapes and coming up with old material out of the vault that the steel piston vault that has never been shared with the CMS. Maybe some of these Wendell's a little embarrassed to share with people, like some things we're going to show you later here in the show. But at this point in time in the era of the band, this was the lineup that recorded the song you're about to hear. So we wanted to give you a full display. Steel Piston, the Buzzsaw was on lead guitar in those days. Now, you understand, Steel Piston's original frontman that sang Girls Gone Western, he passed away, ladies and gentlemen. He died. So he got replaced.
The bass player left. This is actually like Deep Purple. Like, this is Steel Piston Mach 2.
Yeah. So Throbbing Dick Johnson had taken over vocals by the time you hear this new track that Don that we're going to play here for a second. And Wacky Wendell Neely was on the drums. And by this point, he had recruited me, younger brother Evil, to play bass guitar on this particular track. Now, I had forgotten that we even did these studio sessions. It was because time just flies by. And it just
flies by.
All of a sudden I turned around and it's like, wow, that was not 1990, 91. What happened? This lineup was coming in pretty hot, though. We just couldn't be heard because the scene had changed. Everyone had gone to flannels and grunge, and we were still wearing our 80s threads from Sunset. Because that's what Wacky Wendell had thought would help the Steel Piston continuity. So this tune here, go ahead and introduce it there, Andrew. I think Don originally played this for you.
Yeah, he called me up and he went, Andrew, I need you to take a listen to this and tell me what you think. I dusted it off. And this actually is the most crystal clear of all the baked tapes that Don has ever baked. He put on his oven mitts, he put on his apron, and he set that timer to 350, and he let it go, and it came out.
So we have to say thank you, Donnie D, for your handiwork, your good handiwork on baking these tapes and getting the production just right in your home studio.
That was the thing. He pulled it out of the oven. He didn't even have a mitt on. He forgot to put it on. He was holding the tray like this, and he didn't even realize I just started smelling burning flesh. And I was like, Don. And he's like, oh, shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, well, here it is. The hit song from Steel Piston that you've never heard before. Andrew, go ahead and tell them what this one's called.
Yes, this is called Couch of Broken Dreams.
Come on. What's a girl like you doing with a loser like that? I'll take care of your needs. Come be my girl.
Whoa, yeah! Now listen. She dumped the salad on his lap last night. They had an argument in Bennigan's. The waitress was a little too nice, and Wendell was an entitled prick. So she gave me a call. I said, come on, baby, and suck my balls. She said, I will if you come over tonight, and plus I'll give you pussy and I'm pretty tight. Now Wendell's on the couch of broken dreams. Broken dreams! Broken dreams! That's where he'll lay his head to sleep, on the couch of broken dreams, while I beat his wife's feet. He's on the couch of broken dreams. Broken dreams! Broken dreams! He's all alone, just jerking his cock. Well, I went over and I knocked on the door. I asked Wendell, where's my little heart? He told me she's in the bedroom. You can go right on in. And I said, hey, thanks. Then Wendell got a blanket from the closet and he said, nighty night, guys. And then I went into the bedroom and I spread apart her thighs. Wendell's on the couch of broken dreams. Broken dreams! Broken dreams! That's where he'll lay his head to sleep, on the couch of broken dreams, while I beat his wife's feet. He's on the couch of broken dreams. Broken dreams! Broken dreams! That's where he'll lay his head to sleep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how did you enjoy Couch of Broken Dreams? I think Wendell was finding himself back in a familiar position.
Yeah, you could say so. I think that now, if this was the last session before Wendell decided to to leave the band and hit the road on the truck driving industry, correct?
I believe so. I believe it was about within 6 months or a year from these sessions that he was off truck driving. And
Which means that Buzzsaw would be the only original member of the band currently still in the lineup.
that's true. He's the one person who's lasted through all of the.
He
And
is,
I told Brother Wendell at the time that he was running from his demons. He was not addressing the hurt that was in his heart.
he was
taking
on
off.
Broken Dreams.
Oh yes. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that
Don told me he's going to try to restore the whole album that you guys recorded.
that would be.
So you might as well release the disc.
Well, that might be speaking my love language, ladies and gentlemen. I've always
quality like that. He could probably get you a deal on Cleopatra.
Yeah, and I think we can have Bob Clearmountain do the mastering and or one of these guys, these famous guys. We need to get them on the case, make sure this sounds like a professional production here. So thank you, Don, for making that tape and revealing Couch of Broken Dreams. And thank you for Throbbing Dick Johnson for the killer vocals, Wendell with the electronic drums that we've all known him to, so steady in his beats and his rudimentary. And I got a black cat walking across my screen here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Friday the 13th, and this is Little Bear, my black cat. He likes to sometimes say hi, as you guys have seen before. So, and then obviously Buzzsaw killing it with the guitars, the shredding guitars, and so really takes you back to those times, the classic era, the classic metal era, if you want to say. All right, so we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back in just a little bit with some more for you. We have some other unreleased Wendell footage we have to cover, and a couple of news items we'll bring up. So we'll be back in just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
Raise your horns high, let's just